What was the most triggering part about your job? Are you going to look for another job or stay unemployed?
I hated Chicago. I was convinced they were trying to get me to quit.
Give us the gossip at the workplace.
Did your boss have anything to do with you quitting?
Now that's the question.
I didn't like the way I was being treated. Genuinely anxious 24/7. I don't even know what to say.
I felt like everyone was talking behind my back every single moment. My roommate Tyler said they were talking shit about me. Hello you guys. I finally feel like myself again because I don't have to hide that I don't have a job anymore. As you guys know from last week's video, I posted that I quit my job, and as promised, I wanted to do a little Q&A explaining why I quit, just answering all your guys' questions basically. So I put up a poll on my Instagram saying, ask me anything you want to know about my job or why I quit. And when I say you guys asked a lot of questions, I mean you guys asked a lot of questions. So let's just get into it. I screenshotted the best ones, the ones that were asked the most, and I'm going to be getting ready during this because I'm actually going downtown with my roommates in Chicago. We're gonna go see the Christmas tree get lit up in Chicago. We're gonna take the L and have a fun roommates day. Let's get ready and just get into this. Did you like the actual work? Was it just the colleagues, or did you not like the job itself? Contrary to what my work probably thinks, I actually did like the work that I did, which is kind of why it sucked to leave. I did like some of the work though, not all of it. Okay, this looks disgusting on my face, sorry. Wait, you know what I should answer first? What exactly was your job? Sorry, let's rewind. My job title was social media manager. So I worked in social media management, social media marketing. I would mainly say that my main role at my company was content creation. Basically, I was in charge of creating all of the social media content calendars for all of our clients. It was a lot. So that part really stressed me out, I'm not gonna lie. Because if you think about it, one person's job at a company, actually there could be multiple people just working on one company's social media. I applied to other jobs where there was 12 people for one single company working on their social media accounts, but like I was responsible for. That wasn't why I quit though, by any means. We'll get into that later. I had other little jobs, but like content creation was probably the biggest part, which is the reason I think I got the job, because they wanted someone who had a lot of experience with that. That was actually one of the parts I did like about my job, was that I actually knew what I was doing most of the time. Like I've had internships where I've been like, what the fuck's happening? Like I literally, they asked me to do something and I'm like, no, because I don't know how to do that. Now let's jump back to the original question, which was, did you like the actual work? Was it just the colleagues, or did you not like the job itself? So kind of a lot to unpack there. How do I want to say all this? This is the thing, is I really have to choose my words carefully. I did have to go to a lot of things that were outside of like a 9 to 5. Literally the second day of work, I didn't get home till almost 8 p.m. because I had to go to a content shoot. Basically, I'll give a little rundown. Content shoot, I would go to a client's site. I had 2 hours to get content for the next 4 months. Whatever, you get it. I don't want to go too much into it, but like it was just stressful. But it wasn't the actual job that I hated. Like when I was in the office doing work at my desk, I genuinely like liked the work. I do wish that I had a little more freedom with it. The job itself, even the part where I would literally have to work on weekends, that's not the reason I quit. I would have never quit because of that. Like I would have just pushed through and at least tried to stay for a year if it was just that. What makes a good this question, I can't. What makes a good first impression for a job? Don't ask me. Genuinely don't know what I'm gonna have to cut from this video. Don't ask me, because the first day of my job, sorry, the second day of my job, so I had been there for about a little over 24 hours. Someone comes to my office and says, you gave me a terrible first impression. And I was sitting there trying not to sob my eyes out. I was like, oh, okay. Go above and beyond on your first day. Are you going to stay in Chicago now? I had a lot of people asking me this. I hated Chicago. Let's talk about that for a second. Literally hated being in Chicago because of my job. I would go home on the weekends, or I would go visit Xanis, my boyfriend, and stay with him, and I would sob the entire way back to the city. Literally just thinking about having to go in to work the next day. Like I just like mentally, I couldn't do it. I felt like I hated the city because of my job, and it really just made me like not be able to experience Chicago at all because I was working like hours. I felt like I never had free time. I am gonna stay in Chicago. I'm so excited now that I can actually experience the city. I'm so excited. Okay, makeup is done. Let's get dressed, but continue this little Q&A. Like I said, I'm going downtown, which I never go downtown in Chicago ever. I actually never did anything, like I said before I got my job, but I'm excited. It's like literally my first time down there since I moved here. We're gonna wear something casual but cute. I think I'm gonna go with this suit top because it's just the perfect staple. I wear it all the time. You literally need this. It's linked on my Like to Know. You actually need this in your life. And then I just recently got these low-waisted baggy jeans. They're from Hollister. If you've been wanting to try low waist, get these. They're linked on my LTK again. They're just like the perfect low waist, but like I really have to be feeling the low waist. So let's see if I actually like what this looks like on. don't know if I'm absolutely loving the low waist with this top. We're just gonna go with it. When my roommates are done with work, I'll get their opinion and then I can change if I want to before we leave. Are you going to look for another job or stay unemployed? Now that's the question. I was dead set. I'm like, I will not quit my job unless I have something lined up. But then I got to the point where I was like, no, I actually need to leave. This is scary. So now I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, shoot, I'm low-key an influencer by default. Like I would never in a million years quit my job to become an influencer because that scares the shit out of me. But now it's almost like I'm an accidental influencer. So I'm not like taking a risk on myself and then flop, because that's what I've always been scared of, is like taking that leap and then completely flopping. So now I feel like, okay, maybe this is the only time in my life that I could actually try. What the fuck? I can't get this earring. This may be the only time in my life that I could try influencing without taking such a big risk. Quitting your job to do influencing, that shit's scary. I don't know if I would ever do that. I wouldn't. So right now, I don't have another job lined up. I'm going on a trip to Europe. Literally, when you see this, I'll probably be leaving in like a few days. I've been applying to jobs slowly, but I'm just not in a rush. Like last time I was in such a rush. Like, I need a job, I need a job, I need a job. And now I'm kind of just like, girl, I don't want to end up in the same situation I was at before. So we're gonna apply to jobs only that I'm like passionate about and then just kind of see what happens. But right now we're influencing full time by accident. Okay, I literally have all these packages from PR that I have been meaning to unbox and I just haven't gotten around to it. And I know my roommates are completely over me because they're just sick of seeing this mountain of packages sit around. So we're gonna answer the rest of the questions while we unbox these. Now we can continue this Q&A. What was the job position and would you look for that position again just at a different company? Side note, holy shit, thank you to all these companies who sent me PR. I'm so excited to open these. Well, good tea. Ooh, shut up. This is literally my favorite thing. So the position I held, like I said, was social media manager. I would do that again, but maybe just at a different company because I am super passionate about social media, as you guys know. This serum that they just sent me is my favorite. I literally use it every day. It's their, I don't even know how to say this. Oh, Beauty Guru. That probably didn't even fucking focus. Oh, this is perfect. Love. Thank you, Lanco. There are people doing my roof right now, so if you hear a thud, it's because my roof's caving in. They're doing this for like a week, so there's no other time to film this, so sorry about that. But yeah, I would look for the same job just at a different company, and I would just like to manage like one company's social media, or maybe like a few, just not like 20 plus. Where the f do I open that? No way. Supergoop, I've never gotten PR from them. I am in awe. Look at how many goodies they sent me. Daily dose of vitamin C and SPF, unseen sunscreen, and then this is my all-time favorite, the glow screen. That reminds me of like a highlighter. What is it, the work itself or the manager that made you so miserable? Well, we all know it wasn't the work, so maybe we should just leave it at that. What was the most triggering part about your job for you? It sounds so serious. I mean, I guess it was serious. The environment, kind of hostile. I'm just trying to tread lightly here, by the way. In my descriptions. I would just say the hostile environment. I was genuinely anxious 24/7, terrified immediately by everything that happened to me. That was the most triggering part, is like that I was sitting in my office scared every single day that I was going to get confronted, do something wrong and yelled at. And I literally was only there for 3 months. Like I was still new. I was still trying to figure out how to do everything, and I felt like everything I did was wrong. And already being an anxious person and then put in such a hostile environment, I'm scared. We're all scared, let's be honest. Are you kidding? Wow, I really shouldn't have done my makeup before this. All these cutie blushes? Are you kidding? Okay, I low-key want to like try this right now. Okay, I actually really like that. So excited to try all this. Tips to quit your first job. Did you talk to your therapist about quitting and did that help you? Yeah. Honestly, I never thought I was gonna quit. Like I would talk to my therapist and cry to her and she was just like, okay, you're gonna reach your breaking point at some point, and then it finally happened. Like I knew, like when you know, because I talked about quitting every single day, I think since my second day after I got confronted and sobbed after work and then didn't get home till 8 p.m. I talked about quitting, but I was never actually serious until like the moment that, well, something happened that made me like be like, okay, I don't even want to work here anymore, like this. But I think you just know tips for quitting. I sent an email. I typed an email, very polite. I left on good terms. I did my 2 weeks. I said I'm fulfilling this remotely, even though I did have to go in for my job usually. They didn't ask my house is literally exploding. They didn't ask any questions about that. They just let me fulfill it remotely. I think they were just like thankful that I didn't just like quit on the spot and leave. I would say do it the right way. Don't be like, F you guys, and leave, even if the situation like is bad. Be professional about it. I sent an email because my ass is not walking in there and confronting. I'm terrified. I'm literally terrified of confrontation. I sent an email, very polite email, saying this is not the right fit for me. This is my email putting in my 2 week, and that was that. I was fully prepared to have to talk to my boss in person, which I did end up doing, but the initial, like I could never walk in there and be like, I quit. Yeah. I could never. I would literally be shitting my pants. Like I think
I would actually shard in my pants.
Ooh, this one says Alani. Okay.
If you like Alani, you should try their little packets. You can just add them to water and it low-key goes hard with alcohol. That's probably actually terrible advice because you're not supposed to have caffeine mixed with alcohol. Sometimes you just need it, okay? I'm just being real. Was it your dream job? Initially, yes. So if you watched my video of me quitting, you would have seen that this was the first job that I interviewed for that I didn't have my hopes up for. Like, I was like, I'm not getting that. They'll never pick me. So that was the one job that I didn't get my hopes up for. And it's the one job I ended up landing. I jumped out of bed when I got the email saying that I got the position. I was so happy. I called everyone that I knew. This was the dream job to me. The exact title I wanted, the exact work that I wanted, an amazingly beautiful office. It was in the location in Chicago that I really wanted. Everything about it seemed perfect. So yes, on paper, this was my dream job. On paper, let's keep it at that.
We love the little travel size for all this stuff because I'm leaving for Europe soon. Bright Reveal, Niacinamide, Broad Spectrum SPF. I'm never gonna have to buy sunscreen ever again, apparently. The people on the roof are blasting music and I'm just like... What was one thing that you learned from this job that you'll take into account for the next? The environment in a job means so much. Liking your coworkers, the environment that you're put in can literally mean everything. I felt like if I would have not felt so alone, that the situation would have been so much different. Definitely for my lifestyle, because I have social media on top of everything, not having a job that has set hours, and basically sometimes having to work till 11 p.m. at night. That just doesn't work for me. We really did have to always be constantly on. But I learned a lot. I think it's insane that I only worked there for 3 months. First of all, it felt like centuries, but also because I learned so much. So I do value that and I really am thankful for the opportunity because I learned so much in the short time that I was there. I've been curious about this package since it was at my doorstep. Beekeeper's Naturals, never heard of this, so we need to open immediately. Okay, this would have been helpful if I would have opened it when I actually got it. I was sick. These are cool. They're like vitamin C packets. You just eat one. Daily throat spray. Brain fuel for clarity and focus. Ooh. Thank you so much, Beekeeper's Natural. What was the work environment like? Okay, let's try to think positively here. Honestly, there was parts of the environment I liked. I loved that you could dress super casual. It was an all-woman company, so in the beginning, I did like that. But the environment itself was very hostile and scary. I don't even know if I should go into that. I know I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. This one's heavy. I'm so excited. YSL. Okay, I can't get this open. Okay, I'm actually dumb. I'm so excited. That smells so good. I feel like I don't have a scent like this. Thank you, YSL. Whenever they send me stuff, I'm like starstruck because it's so bougie and I'm so not bougie. You guys should see what's in front of me right now. It's actually a mess and I'm not looking forward to cleaning it up. Give us the gossip at the workplace. Having no guys and all girls can either be really good or it could be really bad. So sometimes that wasn't the best because girls do like to gossip. And when it's all girls, it's a little bit scary and intimidating. The gossip was that I felt like everyone was talking behind my back every single moment.
They were.
My roommate Tyler said they were. No, they literally were. They were talking shit about me. I'm convinced. I literally know. Sometimes someone would talk shit about me, and then someone would come to me and say so-and-so talk shit about you, and I was like, okay, perfect. Love that everyone hates me. I feel like I've never had trouble making friends, getting along with people, so I always was just so confused by the atmosphere. Like, literally toxic. Sometimes people would go behind closed doors, and I was like, they're literally talking about me. And sometimes I feel like everyone would be talking and then I'd be like in my office like, hi, am I invited to the party? No? Okay. Any gossip? Dude, I can't. I literally can't share that. I think that my roof's gonna actually implode, so good thing we only have one package left. Oh, we have two. Let's unbox these quick and then we can go back in my room and maybe a little bit quieter. Honestly, what would this be if it wasn't a mess though? My channel is just chaos all the time. Like this package that exploded. Not the brand's fault. I love L'Oreal. I love L'Oreal. They gave me all shades of the Lumi lotion. I've never tried these fat sticks. They're the Instant Age 1 Perfector 4-in-1 Glow Makeup. What are these? Multi-use face stick. Okay, so you could use this as like highlighter inner corner it's given. The postman, I think he chucked the package at my house, so it all fell out, but it's okay to make it safe. I'm just gonna add this. Okay. Everything just... Was it the corporate 9-to-5 work-life balance or the job / company itself that made you quit? Definitely not the balance, because yes, that was hard, but I never would have quit my job because of that. Yes, the hours weren't ideal sometimes, but it was mainly because of the environment being terrifying. Because like I still might get another 9-to-5 job, who knows? We are unboxing this fat package that literally I think weighs as much as me. Look at this. I've never tried the mini one, and they sent me the big ones as well, so we are stocked and ready to go. Thank you, Alani. This really is the aftermath right now of filming an unboxing. So I'm gonna clean this up and then we'll continue the Q&A. We're going to see the Christmas tree get lit up and then and we're obviously going to Global McDonald's afterwards. It's actually called Hamburger University, so I'll be enrolling in Hamburger University since I quit my job. Oh, JD's getting hit by a train for attention. You actually died. Guys, we're here! Waiting for the tree to light up. 3 minutes.
No, it lights at 6:27.
Oh my god, look how much.
No, dead ass.
Shut up, you're such a bad liar. You're such a bad liar.
I'm not.
You're a terrible
No,
liar.
it lights at like 6:25 or 6:27.
Oh,
Christmas tree. We're at the Global McDonald's. Feels like home. I'm back from my little roommate's excursion downtown. It was so fun, but I am not gonna leave you guys hanging. I have to finish answering all your guys' questions. Let's get nice and cozy. How much notice did you give leaving your job and how did they react? I actually put in my 2 weeks. I wanted to leave on good terms with the company, and at the end of the day, it just wasn't a good fit. Like, I'm not trying to bash this company. There is someone I'm sure who could do this job and will be the right fit. It's just not me. I put in my 2 weeks over email, then I fulfilled my 2 weeks, and then I was done, and that was about, oh my god, that was already 2 weeks from now. I've been keeping this secret from you guys for so long. I'm so glad that I can finally like tell you everything. How they reacted, they were like, yeah, we don't think you're a good fit either. I was convinced they were trying to get me to quit. I honestly didn't even feel like they wanted me to be there, which is very sad, actually. I think that they just knew it was coming. What actually happened that made you want to quit? I feel like I really shouldn't go too deep into this. I really don't want to leave you guys hanging. At the same time, I'm genuinely scared to like overshare. All I'm gonna say is it was just honestly not a good environment to be in. And I'm laughing now, but I was crying then for months at a time. My mental health like actually declining severely is what made me realize that I needed to quit. It wasn't even just that. There was a specific instance where I was like, no, I'm done. And it was a call with someone at my work and I was just like, no, like I'm not gonna do this anymore. How did your boss react? Did they try to convince you to stay? No. Like I said, they were kind of just like, yeah, they knew it was coming and they did not try to get me to stay whatsoever. What were the things that gave you anxiety at work / why you felt so bad when you worked there? I honestly was just kind of in a constant state of fear when I was there that I was going to get in trouble for something, I was doing something wrong, I was gonna get reprimanded. I can take constructive criticism, okay, but I don't do well with people that I don't think are being nice, talking to me and not a nice tone or volume, and that happened quite frequently. I don't even know what to say. I was told multiple times, why are you here? I don't think that they wanted me to be there, and then on top of that, I didn't like the way I was being treated, to be honest, at the company. Did your boss have anything to do with you quitting? No comment. How do you know when your job is not for you? Literally, I knew from day one. Actually, I knew from like my training. I was like, oh my god, like I'm scared. Like I cried after my first day of training. I was like, oh, okay. But then I just like really tried to like it. I really pushed myself to like it. At the end of the day, you really do have to try to like it. Like I tried a lot and it just wasn't the right fit. You will know, I promise you. For a while, I did go back and forth like, oh my god, this is such a nice office. I love how close I am to work. There was things that I tried to convince myself. Even if there are pros, the cons will severely outweigh pros. The where you're just like, I'm done. Besides job hunting, what has been the hardest part of post-grad? I mean, like, this experience was probably the worst part. No, what's the worst part? If it wasn't for that, just like being away from my friends. You make lifelong best friends in college and you're like, oh my god, these are literally my best friends for life. And then you all move away and you don't live near each other at all. And you're like, okay, perfect. So we are not even in the same state anymore. How am I supposed to maintain these relationships when I work a 9 to 5? Literally 90% of my life is work. It's really difficult, honestly. That's probably my least favorite part because what's so great about college is like everyone was so accessible and everyone also was like so available. Everyone has the same free time. Now it's like, oh my gosh, let's hang out. Oh shoot, you're busy the next 8 weekends. Perfect. I'll see you in 365 days. So that's the worst part. Okay, my camera died, but we're back now. Could you quit your job because you have an income from social media? Yes. I would never have quit my job if I didn't have social media. I'm very careful with my money, so I would not be able to quit my job. I would still be crying every single day and working at this position if it wasn't for social media and you guys. So I love you all, and I'm so thankful I have this. Like, it's actually crazy. When I was 18, I decided I was gonna make a YouTube channel, and now we're here. I love and appreciate you guys so much. Even just you watching this means so much to me. Was the pay not compensating for the work you were doing? I was fine with the pay. I had just come out of college and I thought the pay was reasonable for what I was doing, but at the same time I did work a lot of hours and I was on salary, so it kind of sucked when like I would be doing overtime but never actually getting like more money for that. But at the end of the day, the pay was never on my radar of like, oh my god, I'm pissed about this. I thought I was getting paid a very good amount. Has having a job been more stressful than college? Yes, 100%. I feel like, I mean, senior year of college, I was cruising. I feel like I did nothing. It was the easiest thing in my life. I literally made a reality TV TV show about my friend group because I had so much free time on my hands. I mean, there was parts of college that was super stressful, but at the end of the day, no, nothing is more stressful than working basically your entire day and then eating dinner, going to bed, and repeating. It's a very hard adjustment. What are your next steps after this? God, I wish I knew. I really don't know. Right now, we're just vibing. That sounds disgusting, ew. Chilling, doing social media, enjoying my time that I have now because now I realize how valuable it is. Going full force with social media. I think I'm gonna start posting 2 videos a week because I just have more time now. Kind of seeing where that takes me, but also slowly applying to jobs that I'm excited about. See what happens. Really don't know exactly. If you were to ask me a month ago what my plan would be, it would have not been this. I would never have thought that I would have quit my job. So what's the point of planning when I really don't know what's gonna happen? But yeah, I need to take off my makeup, get ready for bed. Now that I don't have a job, I am now posting 2 times a week, so I will see you guys in a few days for a brand new video. I love you all so much. I could not be doing this without you. Make sure to comment something down below because I read all of my comments, but it is midnight and I am tired, so I'm gonna head to bed. Bye guys, good night.
I've been thinking about good times, so tell me, are you worse?